Hello everybody, it is I, Mr. Charlie Murray. This is part 2 of a Knights of the Fallen Empire analysis. For part 1, click the annotation on your screen or link in the description. But if you're here for part 2, enjoy. And beware for spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers!
I like the spoilers. What are we talking about today? Because it's all the same day. Oh, I see it. Okay. Sorry, I spaced out. We got new armors. But you know what I really want to see with the new armors?
What do you want to see with the really new armors? That made no sense. I mumbled
Everything.
a lot there, but oh well.
Everything. I want to see everything with new armors. I want tons of new. I don't like the Revenite crap. I don't.
So,
actually, that's
no,
not
because
true.
some of the Revenite gear is the best stuff in my eyes.
Yes.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
obviously, when you see every single Revenite with almost the same helmet, you get sick of the Revan helmet because the Revenite helmets are they're not exactly like Revan's helmet, but they're modeled after it.
I'm talking like end game gear.
I mean, I'll be honest. The end game stuff with Shadow of Revenant looks better than it has been at end game.
I like the vanilla end game stuff, but now we've gotten that in the cartel packs, so it's like.
Well, they might as well.
You know what I mean? Because
they might as well reuse the same stuff, which nobody really gets anymore.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I just want to see improved stuff. You know, something that's specifically like you can tell it's for the era. Like the Rise of the Hutt Cartel stuff didn't really feel like it was specific for the Rise of the Hutt Cartel. Like the Sith stuff, it didn't feel like Sith stuff. The Jedi stuff kind of did, but it didn't at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a rehash of the Rise of the Hutt Cartel armor, because I hated those armors.
I don't think I know a single person that did like it.
They just weren't good. And I don't want to see that with this new expansion. You know what I mean?
You got to think to yourself, well, what sort of endgame stuff will they have for Knights of the Fallen Empire? I mean, I don't want to see 1,000 Arkans running about.
I want Arkan's gear so bad.
Well, yeah, everybody does. But this is the problem. I mean, we're gonna have so many. That's probably gonna be put in the cartel market, though.
That is, yeah. That's almost a definite. But it's like,
because because I want to take Kranitoko, I want to give him Arkans, and I want to take Strander and give him Texans, or the other way around.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I kind of want to. I just want the face mask. Really?
Yeah.
I already went through that biometric stage.
I already did.
when they did the huge cybernetic crap.
Yeah, I've already been through that. Many people
I've
already done that. Yeah. And
oh yeah.
People got bored of that for quite a while, and they were like,
I still like it.
Change it.
I love seeing it. That's
why I still use it in my pack opening videos intro, because he's still technically cybernetic. Back in that time, yeah, he's still cybernetic.
Yeah, exactly. But I want armor. Well, I want Thexan's armor. That's not Thexan and Arkan's armor. I want those armors.
They're just the same armor. They're just black and white.
Yeah.
Ooh, imagine
face mask and the arm.
Imagine different colors. Imagine pink.
That's what dyes are for, man. You know how many pink and purple dyes I've gotten from those cantina things?
Oh,
I gotta say, it doesn't look good with the Mandalorian gear.
What do you expect? Mandalorian is more of a silver/gold kind of.
Yeah,
title.
But I went out of my way yesterday to earn 400K by doing dailies. Gosh, that was so painful. So that I can get.
I've actually been enjoying the dailies lately.
I was going through Ilum's stuff.
Okay, yeah, I know it. Yeah.
But I got Mandalore the Preserver's stuff, which is it's the blue version of I don't know how to explain it. Here, I'll send you a link to something. But I got that version. I got that gear.
How are people listening going to know if they're listening to the MP3?
They don't care. They can look it up. That's what Google's for. If you're listening to it on a phone, you're listening to it on a smartphone, first of all. And then second of all, look it up. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Why can't I put it there?
Lazy sons of bitches.
How dare you? How dares you? Yeah, let me just, oh, yes, can copy that, and then, oh god, this is one hell of a link, by the way. Just, boom. Look at that link.
Whoa. Damn you, Microsoft Edge. Oh, yes, I know which one you mean now, yeah.
Yeah, and I tried doing that with pink and purple.
Oh.
And it looked so funny. I didn't actually, like, bind it. I just kind of, like, previewed it. But it was funny. It was... I don't like the helmet in that either.
It's good on the male, but not on the female. I don't know what it is.
I like it on the female.
No, it looks too... It looks too well fit when you look at it face on. From the side, obviously, you know you definitely look like it originally is.
It's just well fit for everybody in general. I don't like the helmet at all. I don't know. I mean, it works for anybody. They
definitely need to go back to a lot of the previous armors and upscale them, because you can definitely see a lot of the textures are just blurry because they're very, very old stuff. It's like, what is this? This was part of the contractor and freelancer bounty packs.
Yes,
that's old. That is like that was like shipment 3.
That was like 2 or 3.
And we're now on shipment 7.
We need it. I ran into that problem earlier, because before I bought that previous gear I just sent you the link to, I went and got because I have a legacy level 44 or something like that. I went and what was it?
You're like me then. I'm only legacy level 46.
Oh, nice. But it's like the traditional bounty hunter gear that we were supposed to get originally, but it was like, it looks like the standard bounty hunter gear you'd get, you know?
Yeah.
But it's super low texture, like super low res. And it's painful because it's like shiny, but it's so low res that like cutscenes with it looked terrible, and that's why I decided to go out and buy that armor.
Ooh.
It was just imagine the bounty hunter gear. Like, think of Shea Vizsla with super low res textures, and it's supposed to be shiny.
Just put the textures to low in your game and there you go.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen the super low textures compared to the like high-end textures?
They can be pretty bad.
You are playing a completely different game at that point.
You're almost playing KOTOR 2 again, or KOTOR 1.
No, you are playing KOTOR 2 with a little bit of better animation. I do gotta say that the fighting animations they did, at least from what I've seen in KOTOR 1, like lightsaber duel wise, look a lot better, because that's like you just click a button and then they go and fight.
Pretty much.
I mean, I don't like that concept as a whole, but I adore the one thing. The animation. Sorry, I'm spacing out now. I gotta like caffeine to re-jog my memory. But it's like, no, I love those animations. Those are so good. And we're not even talking about KOTFE.
Great analysis of Knights of the Fallen Empire. Yeah.
I guess we're just analyzing SWTOR.
Yeah, just SWTOR in general, I suppose.
Google.com.
But trying to do Knights of the Fallen Empire where we can, I guess.
It appears randomly throughout. Did we even talk about KOTFE in the part 1?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
We did the whole chapters and the thoughts of the story, which kind of went back into previous stuff. You just sounded like Peter Griffin then. Yeah!
Yeah. What are you?
Right, so they are improving the class stories, but when they first announced this, I honestly thought they were going to go back and properly change the story around, but that's not what they're doing.
I had a friend, I was talking to him, and he's like a super Revan fan. And he was like, maybe they're going back to replace Revan with someone else so that Revan gets the justice he deserves. And I'm like,
does he actually sound like that?
Nah.
Aww.
I can't. He's got a deeper voice than I do, so I can't mimic that. But it was over text, so that's the general like derpy voice I had in my head every time. I was just like, yep, that's what's going on in his head.
That's the voice I always have of my subscribers.
Oh,
I know. I'm sorry, people.
when
but
they
it is.
see that. No, I'm just kidding.
It's true. It's true.
Everybody's got that point.
But what they're actually doing is they're just going back to previous class stories, and they're kind of just, they're not removing the side stuff. They're just making it easier to get through.
Yeah.
And I suppose that I think what they're trying to do as well, you don't have to do the side stuff to level up, but that kind of just makes you wonder, well, what's the point in the side stuff then?
Just keep the 12 times experience then, because they're taking that away as soon as KOTFE starts.
Because I'm pretty sure they said a long time ago they want to try and get people to do as much of each story, even the side stuff, as possible. And if you're just going to cut that out and just make it inferior and not needed, what's the point?
Just keep the 12 times experience. I still do the side stuff every now and then because
Yeah.
A, I like experiencing the world, and B, I like being overpowered before I even start my first class quest. Because I told you about that, right?
Yeah, but do they know?
Oh, they don't know. So people ask me this all the time. How are you so overpowered in your videos? And I just go, that's as simple as instead of going through with the first class quest, just hitting escape so you don't have to go through that conversation, hiding the quest altogether, and just doing all the side quests on the planet. And then presuming with the 12 times experience that I've been gifted because I'm a subscriber. Suck it, free-to-play.
That was an evil
I can't
laugh.
stand free-to-play.
No. I haven't even tried to do free-to-play.
Neither have I.
I've always had a subscription, and I don't even want to try and go down that road.
Oh, gosh. I kind of wish they did buy-to-play instead.
Yeah, but then, would BioWare make
It'd
as
be
much
like
money?
the Elder Scrolls Online. Everybody's getting into it, If they did buy-to-play, people would be like, oh, hey, this is like KOTOR 3, But since it's free-to-play, people are like, oh, it's not KOTOR. It's a mindset thing, man.
People assume that because it's free-to-play, it's this crap game which has all these microtransactions. You're going to have to buy this to try and win it. Well, no, it's just...
They're not wrong, actually.
Well...
Free-to-play has to buy pretty much everything to get through the world.
Maybe when it comes to actually getting into operations and flashpoints, you do have to buy that if you're free to play. But leveling through the game, I can understand it's a grind because you're leveling at a lower pace.
Like 25% lower.
But then wait, really? I assume. Oh yeah, because I assume that
25%.
Yeah, because,
and then everything else is like dimmed to a third of what you get.
And then of course you get 25% XP boost, and I assume that gets you back up to 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, that's why I wouldn't want to be free to play.
My
I
biggest problem
like
is-
being a subscriber.
My problem with free to play, people like when I was in those dark months, those 2 dark months when I couldn't pay for the subscription, it was like, do free to play. I would like to carry more than 35. Actually, free to play can only carry like 200,000 credits.
Just silly.
I mean, for you, I know that's a huge problem,
I
considering
know.
how much.
I know. I would have to try and split it across all my characters if that were the case, and just be like,
And you could
right,
only
I ran out
have
of
2
money,
characters.
let's transfer it over. Oh
You could only
no,
have 2
that's why I
characters.
don't want to be free to play.
Oh, I mean, we've been subscribers for a long time, so we'd get preferred, so we'd get like a few extra character slots.
Yeah.
And we'd get like a 35 or like 350,000, I think, is what we would get. Or it's like 325 or 350 for our wallet. But like, I like having unlimited. I may never go over 1 million in any given character's wallet, but if I accumulated all of it to one character, I'm sure to have like 9 million.
Yeah, I must have about 6 or 7 million across all my characters at the moment, because I usually just make all my money from the cartel market stuff I get from the packs, and then
Just level.
but because when you level up, when you get from like 1 to 50, you've probably got about 600k credits
Nah.
by the end of it.
If you don't spend anything, you just use the basic accommodations. By the time you finish your class story, you've only got about 100k.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got a lot of accommodations by the end of it, if you don't use any of it, if you just every so often buy, if you just every so often get gear from the quests, and then maybe get some accommodations, and then gear, and then accommodations. If you have so many accommodations, you could use those to buy lockboxes and sell the stuff you get in the lockboxes.
No, because that's PvP. You got to use those PvP accommodations, not like basic comms.
What do you mean?
Or to get the lockboxes?
The lockboxes are at the level 50 basic gear stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you can sell. You can just buy those lockboxes, open it up, and sell them for for about 10,000.
You gotta wait for
10,000
3
credits.
days, though. Or is it how
no,
long is the?
You can do it instantly.
Really?
Yeah, because you're just using accommodation. You're just using basic accommodations to buy lockboxes, getting gear, sell that gear off. You go. You got credits.
Well, I mean, because they added this new vendor for the for basic comms. So like right off after you get off like your home planet, like the beginning planet, you can buy like an entire set of gear, like an apprentice, like Sith apprentice gear and stuff like that. And when you buy it, it's like you gotta wait like 2 days before you can sell it because each piece sells for like 3,000.
No, but if you go to the level 50 vendor,
I guess that could work. Yeah.
If you go to level 50 vendor, you can get lockboxes and just sell that stuff. So
yeah, that works. I mean, if you guys want to, how long is like a story thing? Isn't that like 40 hours?
According to BioWare, 200 to 300 hours.
For one story?
Yeah, no,
God,
no
insane.
BioWare, no. Or did they say 100 to 200? No, they said 150 to 200. It's not
There's
even
no
that
way it's that
BioWare.
long.
No, it's not.
Maybe if you did all the side quests.
If you did all the
Maybe.
side quests, maybe, but just class story, no, it's about 40, 50
Yeah,
hours.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's sorry, I'm checking my channel and people are liking something. I'm happy. Sorry. Hashtag self-promotion. Witcher 3 for the win.
Let's move on to the next thing. Dark side, light side in Knights of the Fallen Empire, and we must keep this in Knights of the Fallen Empire.
We're having a hard time doing that.
We are.
At this
hey,
point,
it's
just a SWTOR analysis, man.
Yeah.
I can't. What? None of that turned into a proper sentence. SWTOR analysis. There we go.
Oh god.
Okay. So the light side, dark side. I feel like we covered that entire thing.
Yeah, but how far are they willing to go with their dark side, light side choice? I mean, I'd like them to actually do something with light side, dark side now, because yeah, all it really is you do your dark side and light side choice. Yeah, you've got rank 5 of whatever you get,
outcome,
and
though.
you just. Well, yeah, that's true. I want them to actually variant it. I don't want
I want to be able to join Valkorion
and actually
murder
join it,
him,
and then the whole story just changes,
and then murder him,
and then everything
and
changes.
then I'm the Emperor, and then Lana's at my side. I had the same exact thing in the last one. Lana's at my side, and we rule the galaxy together. That's what I want.
This guy's a creep, people.
I'm creepy.
But
No,
let's what do we think might happen with dark side, light side? Like, what choices might they give you that we might?
They're gonna give
of?
you the option to kill people, like absolutely positively. If we're right about Malgus coming back, they're gonna give you the option right away to kill him, which everybody's gonna take that chance.
Everyone's gonna take that chance with
Kill
Malavai. Yeah,
Malavai.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill Malavai. He betrayed me. I didn't forget.
I didn't want to kill him, probably because he was a good healer when I was leveling my Sith warrior. So that's probably.
I didn't either.
But now that
And
I've got Treek and I can probably do everything myself.
Exactly.
He can go now. He can go. He's boring me.
You can die. I have a companion that doesn't care what decisions I make.
And is annoying every time she speaks.
She doesn't talk with me very often.
Oh god.
I don't know what happened. Like, I said something once during a video, like, I can't even have you out, Treek, you're so annoying. And she talks maybe once or twice every, 3 hours.
Well, no, because when you're in combat, you can just hear that annoying Ewok voice.
Oh, I must drown it out then.
I can
must drown it out.
I can hear it.
I don't want to hear it, but it's there anyways. Stupid Treek.
There's a voice in my head I can't get rid of.
But no, seriously, like I want the choices to matter. You know, I want the difference between light and dark side.
Well,
to matter.
I do want light side options to actually be interesting to do, because a lot of the light side stuff in previous content is
boring.
just oh, you just save that person, hooray. I want it to actually mean something. So it's like when it comes to what Lady Insanity said in her Closed Doors Knights of the Fallen Empire video. If you did dark side, you could just let the sun generator explode. If you did light side, you actually get an extra 30 minutes of content to actually save the sun generator.
I might just do light side specifically for that. For video purposes. I want choices to matter.
Yeah, we all want choices to matter.
Oh, no, yeah, I'll just save the light side option for when I do the light side version of KOTFE.
Pretty much. I think that's what everyone's really going to do.
It's just like I've got the evil one, I got the good one. I've got like by the time KOTFE comes out, I'll probably have like all of the classes recorded anyways.
I just want dark side and light side to actually be diverse. So like, let's say you do a dark side option, hey, I want to join the Emperor, and then you do like a light side version, hey, you save that person, and it actually matters and it really changes the story. So you could maybe the story could be different when you do like a little bit of dark side, a little bit of light side, and every time you sort of swap those around in different characters, it really is different.
Yes. See, for me, it's like I just want the difference to be more than some random guy who doesn't matter to the story whatsoever died because I killed him because I'm a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want it to matter. Like if I choose a dark side option, I want to like, for instance, kill Malik. You know, he may be very vital to the war effort or whatever's going on. You know, so if you kept him alive, maybe he'd help out and things would be a lot easier.
Did you say Malik or Malgus?
One of the two.
Malgus is the one in SWTOR, Malik is the one in KOTOR.
I think I've said Malik for the past 4 times that I've referred to him. Maybe he comes back. Maybe that's the big reveal.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Revan had his time. Now it's Malik's time. Oh, God, I can just see it now. All the fanboys pissing.
BioWare never seems to go for things which we want, but oh well.
Oh, trust me, we'd have a great, like absolutely fantastic game if we got everything.
Let's make our own Star Wars game, where everyone we ever wanted comes back.
That would be very non-canon. And I love it.
Let's move on to the very thing we spent half an hour preparing for.
Graphics.
No.
Oh.
Races! Races! The other races we would like to play as.
Oh boy, you go first.
Well, obviously we'll go with the ones which could be plausible. One of the ones on my list is the Duros. Which, if you don't know, is what Cad Bane was from the Clone Wars.
Yes.
No, apparently he's Duros.
Oh.
And that's sort of, he does, I know what you mean. And it's that sort of race that you don't often see speaking English. They have that sort of, I can't remember what their own language is, but it's not normally English, or basic if you want to be all Star Wars tone about it. But that would be cool, because you see him in the Clone Wars, and he's sort of like that bounty hunter with that swagger, and you think, oh, it could just be so perfect.
I liked his accent.
Oh yeah, everybody likes that imperial sort of bounty hunter accent.
Yeah.
That cowboy accent.
Yeah. It was almost like a southern accent, like I'm gonna kill you. Except he had like a weird voice modulator thing going on.
Pretty much.
That's what it felt like.
Name one
Maybe
of yours.
I'm just misremembering. Oh, Kalish. Like General Grievous. That's what he was, like the bone-faced guys.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I want one of those. That'd be so cool. Because you wouldn't even have to mess with the voices.
One more I'd like. I mean, this is only if they could speak. I don't know if they can, but the Selkath. I don't know if they can speak Basic though.
Selkath.
They're the Manan race, the race on Manan. That would be interesting because you could have different variants, like different types of skin scales.
Yeah, they speak or Basic, I guess.
I've never seen them speak Basic.
I'm trying to think of a very select moment. I can't think of one, but I'm pretty sure they have the capability. It wouldn't be consequential anyways, really. It's just, at that point, it's not even like you're changing the voice or anything. It's just kind of a body change, you know?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, yeah. I want to do a Nautilin.
Ah, now that was my other one as well, yes.
Kit Fisto it. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you only briefly see the Nautilins in, I think it's episode 2 when you see that episode 2 and episode 3 when you see that Jedi Master come to save the day with Anakin and Padme and everyone else, every other Jedi Knight that comes in.
Yeah, Kit Fisto.
Is that did he really have a speaking role? I barely even heard him speak.
He did in the Clone Wars.
Ah, okay. I haven't watched that
Yeah.
far then. I mustn't. Yeah.
And it's not like they don't have the character models in game for it because I've killed Nautilins before, so like it makes sense.
Yeah, we've seen them.
Absolutely would make sense.
That would definitely be a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's, actually, go on. You have one, right?
That wasn't Nolan. That was my other one.
Oh, okay. I've got one more. I couldn't find the name of what it was, but whatever Plo Koon is.
Plo Koon.
He's, they've got, I can't describe him.
KOTOR, that's what they're called.
Yeah, those guys.
The ones with sort of like the face mask on there.
Yeah, they speak
whatever
basic.
mouth there is. Yeah,
exactly.
That would be good. Obviously, everyone would have to be voice modulated, and I don't know if they could wear helmets.
I mean, it would be the same voice modulating as like someone wearing a helmet, anyways.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it wouldn't be a big deal. They could clearly do that. Another one would be Trandoshan, because I know Trandoshans can speak Basic.
Can they?
I mean, they do in the Clone Wars.
You don't see it often enough in SWTOR with Kaizen or anyone.
Nah. I mean, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. But
it'd be fun.
I don't know if I would actually want to have a Trandoshan, I don't know, Jedi Knight. And well, you got to think to yourself as well when it comes to that would be odd. You're there in the consular story and you're Trandoshan, and then you got what's her name? Oh, I completely forgot her name.
I don't know.
Yuan Pa.
Yeah.
And she's all like, "Oh yeah, this is a Trandoshan. They're very whatever she was trying to describe as a Trandoshan." You're just like, yeah, I'm right here.
I feel like they could patch that out.
I am a Trandoshan right here. Like,
I feel like they could patch that out.
They could, but I don't know. It's whether Bio would think to do that.
They wouldn't. Trandoshan's not going to happen.
No.
I mean, and speaking of things that aren't going to happen that we want to be, I want to be a Hutt.
Everyone wants to be a Hutt.
I want to be a Hutt. I want the money.
But then could you imagine how fast do the Hutts slide, not walk, slide, you could say.
They're faster than the speed of sound.
And could you imagine a Hutt riding a Ranker?
Yes.
As a mount?
Yes.
Who would be heavier? Who would be heavier?
Oh, I feel like the Rancor would have like back issues. How big is your Hutt though?
Well, yeah. How small can they be at their sort of like for? Maybe it could be like a dwarf Hutt.
I wonder if a skinny Hutt is just a worm. A worm with eyeballs.
You're just there. There's like this huge army shooting at you. You're just there. This tiny little
somehow
worm.
manages to hold a lightsaber. I don't know how. The lightsaber's bigger than the Hutt, anyways.
It could be like Ant-Man, where you're so small but you're super strong.
It'd be so bizarre. You know how weird that would look? It would look beautiful though. I want to see someone mod that in. Put that in KOTOR. Make me a Hutt. I'll play through the entire game like that.
Oh,
on video.
Going back to races which we definitely could be possibility. Deveronians.
I know the name. I don't remember what they look like.
They are. You could essentially call them Satan. They look like Satan.
Oh yeah.
They look like demons.
You get one as a companion. I remember that.
Yeah, in the bounty hunter story.
Bounty hunter.
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
It's not important.
It's not important.
I would like to play as one though. That'd be cool.
I mean, it would fit. I mean, you could have different horn variations, maybe slightly different skin tones.
Would you be able to wear helmets though?
Again, I think that's what they're gonna do going forward. Now they're gonna say, well, we can turn this off, so you don't really need your helmet. So,
you know what they should do? Make it so where, like, let's say you're a Zabrak or however you want to pronounce it. When you put a hood on, you can actually see the horns that are like on your forehead.
Yep, I know what you mean. Got that problem right now with my costume on Strander.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it. And like maybe even hair, you know? So
yeah.
Like, let's say you're a girl with like long hair and you're still wearing a hood, but you can still see some of the hair. Like they're already doing that with one character model. What's her face? She's like the guardian of whatever for
that now is it down?
I don't know.
The guardian of whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, guardian of whatever. What's her face? She was in the trailer. The only chick wearing a hood in the trailer. The gameplay trailer.
Valen?
Yes, her. Cause she's got hair going on too with her hood.
Okay. Yeah. I know what you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a hint of what's to come.
Hopefully. That'd be a very welcome change. Honestly speaking, I'd be like, I would give every character a hood. I have some characters that don't have hoods specifically because it looks stupid.
Yeah.
I hate those small hoods, like the hoods that like the tip of the hood or whatever touches your forehead.
You want it to go properly over your head so that you just look this dark and mysterious person.
Exactly. I want to look menacing. I want to look badass. I want to be Sith.
Any more races you'd love to be, but it would never happen? I've only got one more, and that's the
Ewok.
Yeah, I suppose, but they would be way too small.
Ewok.
Everybody would just be looking down at you, being like, "You right down there? Yeah, hi."
And you'd be like, "Yeah, I am." Kick them in the shin. Maybe if you have a lightsaber, cut their legs off. You know, that's what they get for looking down. Because now you're looking down at them because they're laying on the floor.
You'd be like, "You right down there?"
You go right, except you'd have like this different language, and you'd be like, "You right down there." Exactly. And you would be a cute little teddy bear.
But
no one would suspect it.
No one would take you seriously.
You could hide your lightsaber in your fur, so when everybody's like, "Oh, look at the little..." He's dead. That could be one of your abilities. It's a stun ability. It's called the cute factor. You know what, BioWare? You can have that one. I won't even charge you for it. There you go, BioWare. There you go. Ewok, make it happen. I want to be a Wookiee.
Oh, speaking of cute animals, the only other race which I'd like to see but would never be is the Rishi. I know they're birds, but maybe.
I want to be an owl, man. That'd be awesome. I forgot the Rishi existed.
It's only because we really only know them from Shadow of Revan.
And it was like I only ever remember encountering one of them.
There was the one we encountered at the beginning, and then we went to the other island where we met a Rancow.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't care about them though.
No, nobody does. But hey,
I was just like, hey,
they
you're an owl, man. They exist. You're a thing. I want to be it.
I'd like to be.
When you turn your camera, you're really just turning your head around. Your body doesn't move.
Just stand in a dark corner on a fleet and just be like, woo!
Your eyes glow green or like yellow. Gosh, that'd be interesting.
Any more which you'd love to see?
No, that was about it. That's all I could think of, honestly speaking.
There was this one more which we both saw, which would never happen, but looked absolutely disgusting.
What was it?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it now.
No, that's not it. What was it? That's not it. That was the Chihuahua Chewbacca thing you sent me. The Shido.
The Shido. Oh God.
I'm gonna put a picture of that in there. I gotta remember. Oh boy, those things are interesting. They're like elephant things with one large arm and everything else is like small.
It's like a freak of nature.
I want it. I want it as a pet.
A pet, maybe, yes. Actually, no, because technically they grow into full body beings. So if
Companion.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, if we have one as a pet, are you essentially saying we've taken a baby?
Yes.
And we've enslaved it.
I mean, that's an optional side quest for the people on for the Jedi.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you kind of give it over to the Order, but it's the same thing. You take a baby from its dead mother. Same situation. I mean, no one questions where we get our little pets anyways. Like, why is an astromech droid that small? It doesn't matter, it's cute.
Why do I have this weird obsession to collect all of these pets and nobody bats an eye?
It doesn't matter, they're cute.
Why
don't we give BioWare crap about this? Doesn't matter, they're cute. You see, it all boils down to that one situation.
I wonder what pets we could have in the next expansion. Ones that's not already been done.
Arkin. I want an Arkin pet. I want a pet.
Wow, wow, that's going into some deep BDSM kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, I was just thinking. I mean, we could do that too. That works. I mean, I've got a Sith warrior that's a female that has the voice that you would imagine a BDSM chick for.
That's true. That's weird. I was actually thinking that about an hour ago. That is weird.
What were you thinking an hour ago?
Because we were talking about the different voices, and I was thinking, thinking about it. The Sith warrior voice actress does sound
I don't
kind of
like that voice.
A very sexy kind of woman.
I don't get that vibe at all.
A very mature, sexy kind of take charge kind of woman.
I don't get that vibe at all.
Really?
I get the I'm gonna murder you in your sleep kind of vibe.
No,
I get the Jason vibe.
That's the vibe I get from the female Sith Inquisitor.
I get the sexy vibe from this female Sith Inquisitor. Kind of. Female bounty hunter. That is the perfect
I haven't tried
voice.
that yet, so I have no idea.
Perfect voice. It's like, think of Kira Carson, except a little bit different as far as voice-wise goes. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's perfect. Okay.
Shall we move on to something else before this becomes something else entirely?
I mean, we could just let it do whatever. I don't care. At this point, we've said pretty much everything. Everything weird.
Oh,
I mean, I guess we could go over how the level 60 boost is going to work.
Or we could go over the graphics first.
Let's go over the graphics first. I like the graphics. And then never go over the level 60 thing because it's disgraceful. Let's go over graphics.
When I first saw the gameplay trailer for Knights of Fallen Empire, I actually thought graphics looked a bit meh. But upon watching the trailer 10 times, 11 times, 12 times, yeah.
I got you beat by at least 4 times extra.
Damn you. The graphics just, wow. I mean...
they look better than the game, so, I mean, that's a plus.
Well, that's the only problem I'm going to have, because you look at your character, and it's not as textured as the characters you see in Knights of the Fallen Empire, and you'll look out of place. Unless they are going to update the way your character looks as well.
I feel as if it was the character they designed that just wasn't good, like that specific configuration. You know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of the graphics as well you saw in the trailer. It's quite a dark.
The shaders.
Yeah, the shaders are it's quite dark.
The lighting is kind of on point too.
And I'm wondering if it's just because they're still tinkering around with the lighting and all that, and hopefully it will just look more. Whoa!
It's probably just gonna be for the
sinister bits.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, that and the cinematic parts. The cutscenes. It's only going to be dark for like cutscenes and stuff. It'll be maybe a little bit darker.
That shot of the Eternal Throne.
That was beautiful. That camera motion. Oh my god, the things I wanted to do with that camera.
I hope they do a lot more.
Oh, I just want them to go back and do that to everything in the main story stuff.
I know. Maybe they will.
Like, hopefully, we can only hope that's what they're doing with the main story stuff, because...
Oh, one thing I wanted to mention about with the companions and romances as well. Do you think they will go back to previous companion to your
all good. We're very professional here.
Do you think they'll go back to previous companion stories and allow you to have same gender relationships with them?
I hope so.
Because I always thought
it just felt so random when they added it in Rise of the Hutt Cartel. And it was with only one person, per whoever you chose, And then now it's like you can pretty much romance anybody at any point in time with like the new expansions.
Well, it's just it makes you think. Was it just as easy as just flipping a switch and allowing it for males to flirt with males and females to flirt with females? Or is the stories going to be, or is the stories completely different on the male and female?
It wouldn't be that. It'd be the same. Just a different voice actress / actor. It'd just be a different voice actor altogether, Like, it'd be the same situation. They'd still fall in love the same way. It just, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be that hard, is all I'm trying to say. You alter one
but then
conversation.
It might annoy a lot of people as well, because they would probably want to go back on their main character and change their sexual orientation, and they wouldn't be able to because they've already passed it.
Then tough butts go back and play it again.
I don't know if I could do that.
I've played through the Sith Warrior about 4 times in this past 3 weeks.
Wow.
Because I have a problem.
I can barely do that. I can barely play the same class story.
I zone out. I just put something
zone out,
on
yeah.
and I zone out. And I just go for it. And it's like, all of a sudden, it's like the next day, and I'm like, whoa, I'm level 50. What happened? And then I don't remember anything that happened. I'm like, not properly geared. So I'm like going into the last fight with like bears or something, and I die like 4 times. And I'm like, why did I do this? And then I gear myself properly.
I think that's the massive problem I had with my Sith Warrior series.
I had that. Well, I didn't have that problem because I leveled my character up past level 50 before I even got there.
But
I have an overpower problem.
In all seriousness, there's a reason why I haven't flirted with like male characters on Kranitoko, because I don't see Kranitoko as a gay or bisexual person. I play a character as not because of my personal sexuality. I play my characters as I see them. So if I were to see my smuggler and maybe I saw some potential in him to, I don't know, flirt with some guys, and maybe I will. But he might not be fully gay. Maybe he'll just be like a bisexual kind of person. But Kranitoko, I see him as this sort of straight person.
Yeah, it's all about role-playing at that point.
It is. That's what it is.
I mean, I can't say I've created a male character specifically that I would think of that, just because I've pretty much based my male characters, like their kind of ethics as far as like hitting on people goes, like around, what I would do. But like I could see like if later down the road me creating a character like being like that, Yeah. And it'd be interesting, like having like a Sith warrior that's a male flirting with Malavai. That'd be hilarious.
Oh. Yeah. That would just...
We just need to contact Budweiser and be like, hey, you should make BioWare be up for whatever. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. But it works.
Somebody will get the joke.
So if you're old enough to drink, you understand. I'm not old enough to drink, and I understand because I've seen the commercials. Stupid Hulu.
We can only hope that's what they're going to do. Because if they were to just go back and just change the class stories and only make it easier and not add that option in and maybe not change the camera stuff, then
why even touch it in the first place? Like, sure, update the graphics. I will not complain about that.
You might as well update everything else while you're going through.
Exactly. Exactly.
You've already got the content. You just need to change. You just need to, I don't know, tinker about with the camera and just flip on a few switches, and that's it.
It doesn't make sense to not do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's just like, do it.
Do it,
like Shia LaBeouf. Just
do it!
Make your reality! Or make your dreams a reality. It's the other way around. I was going to say make your reality a dream.
Make your dreams come true!
Yeah, there we go. That's the thing. There we go. Dang it. I'm going to add that gif in there. Just watch. We'll be like showing a crucial like Star Wars moment, like someone's going into combat and Shia LaBeouf would be just like, do it!
You're going to get to a point where you're going to want to quit. And you're not going to stop there!
Dude, that's how I felt during my 15-hour live stream. Oh my gosh, like at first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop at 6 hours. 6 hours is good. And then I was like, ooh, I'm getting money. Let's keep going, smuggler baby. And then I just got like the 8-hour mark when I was gonna stop. There was like 30 people that came in, and they kept things interesting and somehow managed to wake me up. So I just kept going and going and going until there was like 3 people left, and then I ended the stream because I was singing about mac and cheese.
What?
I was so... I didn't touch food that entire day.
Speaking of which, I haven't really eaten today.
I haven't either.
Well,
again, it's only
what
11...
time? What time is it there?
10:51.
Blimey, and I started speaking to you at 3 o'clock in the morning for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's move on to how level 60 boost is going to work.
I mean, here's the real question. Is it going to? Properly?
Well, it's BioWare, probably not.
No, it's not going to work that.
Well,
I mean, it's EA. Let's be real here. BioWare could pull it off. EA, no.
BioWare will be like, yeah, we have this brilliant idea. Look what we've done. And everyone in BioWare will be like, wow, this is amazing. EA comes along. Well, to be honest, I think we could probably change that. And BioWare just like, oh, yeah, okay, oh, yeah.
So here's my biggest problem with the level 60 character, and this is why I probably will never use it. Because of the fact that you can create a level 60 character, but you don't get to go through the class story as that character.
Yeah.
It like procedurally generates your story. So it chooses who you romance with. It chooses your choices, like your dark side, light side choices. So like if you're a Jedi, you're going to predominantly choose light side choices by default, apparently.
But then how is that really going to work if you're a brand new player? Because you're going to get your choices already made for you, and you're going to have all these romances done, and you're going to be like, well, who is this person? I don't...
Exactly.
Why am I in love with this person?
Which is why I'm saying it's not really going to work properly. People are going to be like... I mean, I feel like I'm hoping that they just patch that out. It seems like something they could easily patch out.
I suppose they kind of do need to do it like the way Mass Effect 2 did it when it came to the PS3. Where
that is what they're doing. Sorry. They were doing something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, maybe then.
It was something along those lines from what they were saying, or from what Lady Insanity
That's
said.
It. Well done. You're getting her name right.
I got it!
You're getting her name right.
Yay! Charlie, I did it!
Yay! Well done.
Oh, God, no, but like, she was saying something about that. It was something along those lines. It was just, you could do that. I'm talking in circles now.
But then how much of the class story stuff will be mentioned in Knights of the Fallen Empire? How much of a difference will it make?
From what they said, significant.
I mean, what I read somewhere as well is that it's all one story, but obviously it will be different depending on your companions and some of your choices as well. So it's not going to be the exact same story, but it follows along the same lines.
Well, you got the same plot. It's just how you go about dealing with the plot that's going to be different.
Basically. And I'm really hoping that, because you've got companions which would really do something different compared to another class's companions, and I really hope it does change each class up for the better. Because I don't want to be like Shadow of Revan, where you really are just playing the same story 8 times, maybe 16 times if you're going to do it throughout every single class, every single race, every single gender.
I will say that Revan fight is really fun, though.
Yeah, it can be. But
when you're doing it like once a week, like for the weekly.
Yeah, you definitely get some nice rewards for that. And what is it?
It's
You get
fun.
Is it main hand or offhand?
It's like It's main hand for random
companion.
characters.
Yeah, for your companions. Yeah. I make sure to do that every week so that I can gear my companions up ready for Knights of the Fallen Empire, so that they can kill me and be high enough level to do high enough damage to do it.
I feel like since 5 years will have passed, they'll just have default armor.
That wouldn't.
They're going
me.
to. That's the.
Why would they wear the same armor 5 years later? Like seriously.
I mean, we have an excuse because we'll be in Carbonite, but what are their excuses?
Their clothes must be so dirty.
You dirty, dirty clothes, you. No, like seriously though, that's just insane.
Final thing we'll speak about is returning characters.
Ooh.
Who do we think might return apart from Malgus, who is probably going to return, no doubt?
Lana Bennico.
What?
I know.
What?
It's crazy.
What gives you that idea?
It's certainly not the trailer. Because that didn't have anything with Lana Bennico. It certainly wasn't the website that specifically says Lana Bennico can possibly not trust you.
Oh my.
Gosh,
but no,
I have a fixation.
Like you were saying earlier, it would be interesting if Malik were to return. I mean, we did technically kill Malik in Knights of the Old Republic, but
spoilers.
Well, this whole thing is spoilers.
For me, though, it's different.
I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I'm sorry.
I knew it was going to happen that way. Yeah, I've already looked up the ending of the game.
Well, I'll give you. Well, that's light side anyway. I don't know what happens if you do it dark side, which is why I'm going through dark side. So I want to see if you.
Well, I'm going through light side just because canon stuff.
So yeah, you will kill him.
Yeah, I don't care. I already knew.
It would be interesting if Bastila were to return.
I want Bastila. I already have her outfit. I want Bastila to return.
But the last time we saw Bastila in SWTOR, she was hollow. She was in a holocron, wasn't she?
She was an old woman too. I want a young Bastila to return.
Yeah,
I want like her hairstyle to put on a character. That way, I can make a character and roleplay as Bastila.
It wouldn't make sense. You'd have Satil Shine being like, "Why does this person look familiar to me?"
Grandmama, is that you?
Well, actually, she'd be the great-great-grandmother, wouldn't she? How many greats? I don't really know.
How many generations is in 300 years?
You could have... Well, you could just have 3 if you want to have, like...
Yeah, so it's like great-great-grandma.
Well, actually, no. No, I'd probably say about 6 greats, maybe.
It depends on how evenly you never mind. We're not going to talk about distribution rates of your children's grandchildren.
We're talking about return characters, goddammit!
Maybe she'll return.
Yeah, that'd be good. Anyone else?
I just want her hairstyle. That's all I want.
Just send her into the future and just be like,
I want Kira Carson's
everything
hairstyle
else
as well.
disintegrates but her hairstyle, and you just take the wig and put it on your head.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my. I would. What companions in Knights of the Old Republic would you like to return that you know of for you?
Companion.
You know, maybe they. You know, obviously it's a long shot. I can't remember who lives and who dies, but maybe somehow they're. Let's just say in a magical universe where they're revived or they never actually died or something like that. Okay. Who would we like to see somehow be incorporated in Knights of the Fallen Empire?
What's her face? That one chick.
Yes, it's like 3 chicks.
There's like a bunch of chicks. For the trooper, not a Lara Dorn, but was it like Jaxo?
Oh yes,
the chick you can have a romance with that's not an actual companion.
God damn it! So many memories.
Didn't you let her die?
I did.
You're gonna replay the trooper specifically to let her come back.
Jaxo, why? But her sacrifice was not in vain.
No, it was for a good cause.
Fuse. No, Fuse.
Fuse. Did you romance Fuse too?
No, Fuse was the person who I was like, oh, he seems like a really cool guy. Actually,
right.
And then, yeah,
that's right. Pretty much anybody the Imperial agent encounters. I want the Watcher 1 that ends up becoming, or was it Watcher 2 that ends up becoming Keeper?
Yeah, she comes to Midkeeper, yeah, doesn't she? Yeah.
I want her to return. Because I haven't finished that, so I don't know if she dies or not. She probably dies.
I'd like to see Barris come back. I know I stuck a lightsaber in him, like... well, I stuck the pointy part of the lightsaber in him before the actual lightsaber itself, so...
Well, then you ignited it, so...
Yeah, but that if he wasn't already dying from being stabbed in the stomach, well, there we go. Well, stabbed in the stomach by the metal part of my lightsaber.
That's real painful.
Yeah, I'd like to see him return somehow, maybe, because, you know...
Maybe it's like a force vision or something, you know, like you're reliving your past or something. Maybe that's what Asylum could be.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, maybe with Malgus, he's not really there.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many characters that could come back that aren't actually there.
I'm trying to think of any from Knights of the Old Republic as well. Karth, yeah, everyone wants Karth to come back. I know at the moment I'm doing Darkseid and he's such a dick. But because like everything you say, he's like, "Oh, to speak to me like that. Oh,
how dare you?
How dare you?
What is wrong with you?" I'm like doing the like head bobbing too while I'm just saying all this too.
I would say Mission Veo, but we've got Vet for that because they're done by the same voice actress.
Mm-hmm.
That we don't need. Maybe I was gonna say Zalbar, but no, nah.
Here's the problem. How many characters have we met that are actually memorable?
Karth and Bastila, basically, in Knights of the Old Republic.
Well, I mean, beyond KOTOR, like in SWTOR, just randomly on your adventures.
Revan.
Exactly.
Just Revan.
So
well,
like,
okay. There's like we were saying, there's Malgus as well because so many people are just saying they want Malgus back.
Yeah,
and it's funny as well because I even said when I sent an email to BioWare one time because I was asking for like some codes and all that. See, I want to be that person that asks for like codes and gives them to my community.
Yeah,
but I sent them a couple of questions as well, like when is Malgus? Actually, I'm gonna try and get the email up right now.
Oh, so they did respond.
They did respond, yeah.
Let me guess, it was along the lines of no codes for you?
No, they sent me codes. It was...
You lucky.
It was Courtney Woods when she was still community side of it. I sent her a message saying, and finally, when will Malgus return? I know he will. And she was just like, as for Malgus, I'll never tell. Smiley face. But she didn't say...
That's interesting.
She didn't say no, but...
Maybe she probably just did that to throw you off. Maybe he doesn't even ever come back.
Oh, but he will. I can see it now.
I want Malgus's old master to come back.
Ooh.
The one he kills in the trailer.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
All the people in the trailers were really just throwaway characters. Apart from...
And look at Nico. He's now going to be a companion.
Yeah, I'm so worried about that. Like... You know, what is really going to happen with Nico?
What's the deal with that trooper that ended up banging Satele Shan?
I know who you mean. I can't remember his name. You saw him on the Ilum side of the Republic Ilum side, and a little bit of no. I think I might be thinking of the wrong thing. The Republic side of Rise of the Hutt Cartel.
Yeah, that's right.
What is his name? I can't remember.
I'm gonna look up.
He's got
based on the exact description that I gave him.
He's got the scar on his face.
Trooper guy that bangs Satele Shan. Jace Malcolm.
That's it.
And I can't believe that that description got exactly what I was looking for.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. I literally typed that in too. It was like Satele Shan Wikipedia, and then it was like Jace Malcolm Wikipedia, and then it like highlighted like Satele Shan and like I think it highlighted banging too. I was like, okay, that works. Way to be professional, Wikipedia.
Well, it is a community Wikipedia.
Oh, exactly.
Anything could happen.
Poor Theron.
Oh, will he return though? I can't imagine he won't return.
You can't imagine that he will?
I can't imagine he won't return.
Yeah, I mean, he's like the other side of the coin to Lana Beneco at this point.
Pretty much.
If Lana's gonna show up, he's gonna show up.
Let's talk about one final thing, and I have to be very, very quiet about this because I know who will and who won't be. But future companions?
Darth Mar.
Why? How would that work?
How'd that work?
How would that work? He's like more powerful than you.
'Cause I'm a freaking badass, man. I am the Emperor's Wrath.
Plus, if you're on the Republic side, again, how would that work?
Satil Shan.
Well, no, because you would. But if you saw in the trailer, like I said in my analysis video, if he was your companion, well, the Jedi Knight can have him as a companion if you're saying he can be a companion. So why would my Jedi Knight want Darth Maul as a companion?
Because clearly, every time something happens, we need to have an alliance between the two Republican empires.
That's true.
Because why the hell not? Apparently. I mean, realistically speaking here, yes. I see Darth Maul being one. I also see Satil Shan possibly being one, which I wouldn't mind her being a companion.
Yeah, but again, she knows a lot more than you, so it's just weird to see her if she was a companion as well.
But she's old, so you're more powerful.
Well, no, it's just, it would be weird because there she was guiding you, and then, like, through your Jedi Knight story, and then come Knights of the Fallen Empire, you're telling her what to do.
At that point, you're already established as the most awesome Jedi in the universe.
Pretty much.
You've saved the Republic half past 1 billion times at that point.
And what has she just been doing? Sitting down in councillor meetings.
Talking to Jace Malcolm, but doing absolutely nothing because Theron was a mistake they didn't want. That's lore.
Oh,
that is
wow.
lore.
Wow. You do see the relationship between Satil and Theron, and you're just like, wow, is this even a mother and son?
Yeah, I actually confronted him about that. And it was along the lines of, yeah, no, she gave birth to me. I don't have force powers, so I got neglected. Whatever.
Poor Theron.
He didn't care. He was just, like, indifferent towards it. I gotta sneeze. Oh, God, this is terrible.
Sneeze!
It went away.
Alright, is there anything else which we could go through? Perhaps? I think we've covered quite a lot. I mean, what? This must be about 2.5 hours long in total.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Actually, about 3 because the first one was like an hour and 40 minutes.
But you'll cut a lot of it out, obviously. But
yeah.
I'm just wondering, will people actually listen to the very end?
Be interesting. We should just spoil everything for like Game of Thrones and stuff at the end to see how pissed people get. I don't even know anything about Game of Thrones.
Oh, I do. I don't know. I don't know if I want to risk it.
People die. There's a dragon. Boom.
I don't know if Ned Stark dies. Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be our last ever video together because of the fact that we just ruined the internet completely as a whole. You may find me dead for allowing this spoiler to happen because I'm not going to edit it out. There's no way I'm going to remember that.
And you might find me on the run from about 1 million people who haven't watched Game of Thrones yet and follow both of us. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. He's just going to take my channel. Let's
Yep.
If I die, if I get killed, you're taking the channel. That's just
yay!
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, people.
This is kind of like a pseudo podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe this was a podcast.
Maybe we'll do more of this in the future. Maybe we won't. Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, I'd be up for it.
I've enjoyed it, so.
And just do like podcasts at random points, random intervals, and maybe even videos together at some point.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That'd be fun.
And you never would have thought that me and Kevin have only been speaking properly today.
For about 7 hours.
For about 7 hours.
We only talked like for the first time like 7 hours ago.
That must be like a whole month's worth of talking in terms of just
Exactly.
yeah.
And everybody's the better for it.
Well, final fact: did you know that Kevin was the first auditionee in one of my pack intros?
I remember that.
Yes.
That was
And on
fun.
that note, carry on.
Good. I was gonna say I was the bouncy guy.
Bouncy. And on that note, thank you, people.
See you
And
guys later.
farewell.